Okay, I'm rolling anytime.
Okay. All right, we're standing here at Gary Quill. We are at the Stakes Barn here at Pimlico, right by Mage's stall.
Yeah, Derby winner, two stalls over, ready to see if he can get the second jewel of the Triple Crown here in Baltimore.
And if we look over there, we can see the silks of last year's winner, early voting, on the lawn jockey in the middle of the flowers. So all the history, all the stuff.
Yes.
Pimlico.
And early voting, the trainer of early voting has a horse in the Preakness as well.
Blazing Sevens.
Blazing Sevens, who has the 7 post.
And in a similar move, skip the Derby, come straight to the Preakness with him. That's what he did with Blazing Sevens. That's what he did with early voting. Also what he did with, easy for me to say, also what he did with cloud computing. Thank you very little. All right, let's talk about Black Eyed Susan, race 13, Friday feature here. 1 1/8, 3-year-old fillies, $300,000 on the line. All right, the odds say, and the resume says, this one goes through FISA, Bob Baffert, trainee, 5 for 5, $700,000, 2-year-old in training, right here at Timonium, in fact.
Yeah.
And has a grade 1 win, a grade 2 win, a couple grade 3 wins. Does it, in fact, run through FISA?
It obviously does, but I'm not buying into FISA. You know, this is going to be Bob Baffert's wonderful return to the Triple Crown races, or the series, at least on the female side. I look at FISA's resume, and I say, who has she beaten? Because her last 2 races, the filly that ran second competed in the Oaks, and she was nowhere. So you know, that's where I'm coming from, saying 7 to 5. I don't care if she's undefeated. I see other value in here, and it points to the one horse, 10 to 1 morning line, Sacred Wish. Last race in the Gulfstream Park Oaks was totally wide almost the entire trip. She looked like she was like lugging out a little bit in the stretch, but you know, going wide the entire trip. I think she can improve off of that effort. She's had 5 to 6 weeks off, and for an upset and a price, that's where I'm going to land.
I like it, 10 to 1. This is a horse that kind of found herself up against it early, several lanes back, 8th place, wide. It's tough to do at Gulfstream Park. Miles 16th gets you a short run into the first turn, so kind of all sorts of issues there potentially. So Sacred Wish for the upset. Who else you got on the ticket?
I'm still not going with the favorite in the second hole. I'm giving the 4-horse Merlaza a big shot. Merlaza, I think that last race is better than it looks on paper. She did really well, and she's actually just a head away from also being undefeated. So Brad Cox with Florent Giroux in the saddle, and I see Merlaza as another 6 to 1 non-favorite.
And then do you go with FISA in third?
I do. I mean, yeah, she's going to be tough to beat, and I can't totally throw her off of my ticket. So I see her picking up the pieces, because the rest in here, I mean, they've either had no excuses in their last, or it's just a huge class step up. And I think this horse, as you said, you know, almost a $750,000 yearling purchase, and she's proven it on the track. So even though I think she can get beat, she can still pick up minor pieces.
All right, so if you're looking at that Black Eyed Susan Preakness double, you could use 1, 4, 9, Gary's picks, and 1 and 4 in particular, going to put a little value on the wager.
Exactly, yeah. And back to Sacred Wish, I find it interesting that Johnny Velasquez finds his way onto this filly while he's riding National Treasure for Bob Baffert in the Preakness the next day. So looking for maybe a Johnny V double.
A Johnny V double. All right, so Sacred Wish and then National Treasure maybe in the double right to the front. Speed rail gone, as they say. All right, Gary Quill, thanks. Good luck, man.
Yeah, thanks again. Appreciate it.
All right.
That's That's a wrap?
That's a wrap, baby.
That's a wrap?
Not
All
unless
right.
you want me to rap.
Okay.
And we really don't want that.